me though. I like everybody. Any question, it doesn't matter. Line them up.
Hi guys, and welcome to today's Ask Us Anything. And again, we are joined by Mr. Chris Palmer, as usual, and my good self. And we will be focusing today's questions on local SEO, lead gen, GMB, and that type of thing. As I say, we have done some generic question and answers in the past, but we want to make sure that we're not talking about the same thing week on week. You know, someone asking how to do keyword research, how to become a blogger, you know, all of these kind of crazy things that none of us want to fully focus on, because we want to help the general audience out there. Also, before we go into the questions, make sure you do give Chris's channel a little bit of love. Again, I've put in under the comments there a link to Chris's channel. Chris has videos on local stuff. I mean, he has videos and everything, but he has a lot of stuff based on these topics that we're going to be talking about today. And he does make a lot of money from this type of stuff as well. So, Chris,
it's relative.
Get you some love. But what's been new this week? Anything new?
Anything new?
Yeah, just been going on in your life this week.
No, I'm just enjoying everything. Just working along, building the computer. Things are seeming to pick back up, so just doing a lot on the phone. Plus, more people are coming in. I've been trying to push off the new people to handle everybody else, but because I have 9 clients, so I'm taking care of some of those issues. You know how it goes, you know.
Yeah, every day's the same. We've got Ronak Jane in the chat. Good to see you again. I am well. I'm sure Chris looks well anyway.
Worked out.
Ken, good to see you again, Ken. I think Ken must be the furthest away guy that comes on here, but let us know where you're from, guys. Well, he's furthest away from me, probably. I'm not sure about yourself. Yeah, he's probably furthest away from you as well, Chris, to be fair.
Where's Ken from?
I think he's out in, I'm pretty sure, China. I'm pretty sure he said Bangkok before. I might be wrong. You can let me know, Ken. I remember he mentioned it last week. I just can't remember where it was. But guys, get your questions in the live chat. We will go through as many of the questions as we can, as always. Make sure the questions are semi-related to what we're doing here today. We're not going to be able to talk about Google Analytics full tutorial. Not a chance. It's a topic in itself. There will be tons of videos out there for that, but it's a question and answer session. We want to focus on local stuff. Mr. Gary Pickles is from Thornton Cleveley's on Fylde Coast. Hopefully you've got a bit of the good sunshine we've got at the moment, Gary.
I see now. I see how this thing works now. The comments, there's 2 buttons. I didn't even know that was there. I was like, wait, what's this? Live comments. That's awesome.
Oh, come on, Chris. We've been on here for about 6 weeks.
I never pushed the button. I just let you know, if it's your channel, I was just letting it ride.
Yeah. Mr. Chase Rayner is here.
Good guy.
Chase, my man. Good guy. Polish people. We've got people from all over, so good to see you guys. Dave Ray from Newcastle.
Where's Russia?
All over the place. It's insanity. But we will start getting into questions once they start coming in. So questions, guys. It has been nice, Gary. Yeah, I've got a bit of a sunburnt forehead. Man who go through going to Bangkok. You rock. I'm from Bangkok. See, I got it right. Saudi Arabia. So a lot of good people in here. The questions so far are few and far between, though, but we will just kick off and go through some of this stuff, even though they're not related. So Ronak, is AdSense better or affiliate marketing? Chris, what's your take on that? Do you do any AdSense at all?
No, I don't. I mean, and we were just talking about that. I was really just doing, discount codes and promo codes was really the only niche that I was really, as far as affiliate, really diving into, just because it was really simple. And then a lot of any affiliate stuff I was doing was straight on Instagram. But I never did AdSense. No, I like Instagram. I was using Crack Revenue. For the XXX, we had tons of accounts. That was working really well. But other than that,
nah, not good. Not good. I'm not a fan of
it. More of a local lead gen kind of
guy. But there you go. Affiliate marketing based program giving 50% commission reply. So yeah, there's good commission programs out there for affiliate. Ronak. Yeah, it's right up there, 40-50% for a lot of stuff. But guys, remember, we want to talk about GMB, local, lead gen. So get your questions in. We'll answer this one while we're going anyway. Do you guys do SEO links? Are they still working? I personally do.
I like them.
Yeah. Not to your direct to your money site. I will make that clear. I do not point SEO direct to my money website. So use them in whatever tiered structure whatever strategy you use. I personally would put them to PBN's guest posts and that type of thing. Let some other poor bastard's website get the penalty. No, I'm only kidding. I wouldn't do a thing like that. Power Rubber, good to see you. That's Power Rubber from SEMrush. Good to see some of the old SEMrush people coming over here. CBD cakes. I'm going to say that shit again. That shit looks good. I
need a sample.
Yeah, send us a sample. You can't come in here and ask questions and not fucking give us a sample of them cakes. But so CBD cakes is saying, don't think I've been domain stacking, maybe building a local PBN. PBNs work very well. Dave Ray, Google Stacks is a fairly new thing for me. Does doing it give a good boost to search, and how long does it take to kick in?
I was just talking to somebody about this. In my personal opinion, the stack to me is really used for buffering out lower quality links. A low quality link to me is a cheaper link. Stuff that I don't want to point at, even at a tier 1 or anywhere near my site. I just look at it as a really nice tier 1 entity. So is it helpful? Yes, I think it's more along the foundation side of things. So
yeah.
As far as kicking in, it's 4 weeks.
Well, I'm doing some Google stacking just now. Now I'm just playing around with manipulating DR. So sorry, Tim, from Ahrefs, but we are manipulating DR, and it can take 22 days to get to a DR30 just using Google Stacks. So 22 days. It probably takes about 10 days to have any kind of impact at all. But then it's starting to work. I would always do that as a kind of foundation level thing, and then grow from there. It's just to give it a kickstart, if you like.
It's about 4 weeks. Yeah, you're right there. That's where it seems like that's when the juicies, starts to be the most helpful.
Yeah. And it's all about the juicies. So
in many ways than one. Yes.
Mr. Sam, I remembered your nickname because as I say, I cannot bloody even come close to saying that German name. I hope both of you are doing well. Quick question in tier 1 links. Is it a problem if most links are just 500 to 700 words, like the links to your site? Sorry if it's not related enough. Sam's a good guy, so I'll answer that.
500 to 700 word articles. I mean, if I was gaining links from particular pages and they were coming in, it would be irrelevant the amount of words, if I'm understanding that question correctly. Just would be most concerned about the link. And not really topical. It doesn't irrelevant, really.
I mean, what you'll probably find, Sam, though, is most guest posts will probably give you around 500 or 700 words. They're not going to be paying for 2,000 words just for a guest post. So you probably will find that these are enough. But as Chris says, what are you more concerned of, the word count, or the kind of metrics, and relevance and traffic going to that website? I'm always looking for traffic going to a website as well, just so that it gives me, well, I believe it gives me a bit more than a website with no traffic. So just my opinion.
That's right. Well, propensity of a link being clicked makes a link more powerful.
Yeah. So Maninder, in COVID-19, Google left verification option, which we have to upload inner and outer images of businesses, and Google will do video verification. Is there any option for verification? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure why we would say that in the public, but yeah, I think you're definitely on the right path there with what you're saying there. And I think that's, I think you're definitely on the right path there.
Just don't tell too many people about it. We'll move on quickly. So Power Rubber is asking, do you suggest to link to a GMB? If yes, what types of links are recommended?
No, absolutely not. I would never link directly to the GMB property. Now, I mean, no, I would not send backlinks to a GMB property. So the answer is absolutely not.
Use citations. And obviously that is something that's going to help Google establish whether you're a real business or not if you're on a whole bunch of niche relevant and powerful generic and geographic specific directories. That's what Google are looking for. So no links, more citations. Gary Pickles would love to hear your opinions on Google and duplicate content on things like local area pages. I use the WordPress page generator plugin and I see no issues with indexing.
No, you're not going to find really, as long as you're changing geo-relevance on the pages, 9 times out of 10, you're going to, it's going to index and you're going to show up and get traffic from it. Now, generally, though, you'll see you don't want to do variations of pages. So if you're, I don't know, SEO Fort Myers, you don't want to do best SEO Fort Myers because it might be the same search results. So as long as you're going to change the geo-relevance, you can duplicate content, but you have to change out that geo. You see what I mean? So that's my best advice there.
Yeah. Listen,
trouble.
I'm also going to throw this out there. A few of my friends are using the mass page builders and seeing some of that shit working really well again just now. So something I'm trying out again, SERP Shaker, just whack it out and hope for the best. But we'll see what happens. I'll give you feedback on that and on a future show. Chase Rayner, what is the best way to monetize affiliate sites, Craig? Just having the right deals on there, driving traffic to them, whether that's from social media, YouTube, whatever. The easiest thing in the world for someone like you to do, Chase, would be to do affiliate deals on softwares, SaaS tools, all that kind of stuff. I think Chris was speaking earlier about one, and I'm not going to mention any names or anything because I don't know if you want to tell anyone, Chris, but you done a little bit of affiliate marketing recently and were flabbergasted by the traction you got from it just by YouTube.
Yeah.
Kind of promoting the thing on YouTube on the comments. But obviously for me, when I do a podcast, I'll also follow up with a blog post, email blast, whatever, paid ads, the whole shooting match. My traffic's a mixture of everything, to be honest.
And as long as it's helpful, I have no problem promoting somebody. If it's something I use and it's helpful, why not, right?
Yeah, well, I like helping the community. If these, tools, I've done a podcast which was released earlier today with Dixon Jones. His tools, content optimization, automated schema, finding local trends, and internal linking all combined into one tool. And that's something I can easily help promote because it helps us all, right? And automates a lot of shit. I'm not clever enough to build such a tool, but I can talk shit about them and pass on the message that they're good whilst filling my boots with a lot of money. So yeah, easy as that. You just need to be able to talk the talk. You don't even need to be able to walk the walk. So yeah. Julie's kid, is there an advantage for a GMB with cloud link embeds?
I think that runs along the lines of links. That's like map embeds used to be very, very popular and they seem to be helpful, but I don't think as much as they were Jewel's kid. But yes, I mean, I think they're effective, but not like they were. And he's in my group, so we've talked before about this. So not like they were.
Not like they were.
Yeah.
Martin Johnson, any general GMB citations advice?
Well, citations, I mean, I would target your main, like Yelps, all of your structured citations. And then as far as building out niche specific, go to your favorite tool, throw in their backlinks, or you can go to Bright Local. They have a tool, whatever you want to use. And then just look, you can see what's a backlink, what's a citation, what's a backlink, what's a citation. Do it for the top 5 people and see which ones you could build easily and target those. That's what I would do.
Or there's a good service, SEObuilder.com. Used to be known as citationsbuilder.com. If you're too lazy to do it, they do like 35 for $60. Spin the bios and make sure they get indexed and all that kind of garbage. So, yeah, have a look at them as well if you can't be bothered doing it yourself. Ronak, we don't want to be very generic. We're trying to do local and stuff. We do have other videos where we talk about, affiliates and getting revenue up and scaling up and all that kind of stuff. We're not ignoring your questions, but we want to focus specifically on local GMBs and all that stuff. Sam is saying all businesses work if you work.
I agree.
Good advice. How to de-rank images that are already ranking organically. Why would you want to de-rank an image? Negative.
Maybe a competitor's image. I saw, I'm not sure. I don't want to touch on something if it's not the question, but maybe if it's a competitor's image, but I don't know why you would want to de-rank your own or even target somebody else's. I would just stay in your own lane and focus on yours and rank in your own. So hopefully that helps you, Indian man.
Alti, I have 200 to 250 words of the same piece of text content at the end of each page. The product I pitch instead of the product I review. Can we create duplicate content? Can that create duplicate content issues for his site?
It depends on how many words and what's different on the rest of the page. So if you're writing 500 unique on those pages that you have the 2 to 250 and it bypasses that, whatever 60% mark, then you shouldn't worry about duplicate content. Because with affiliate, I mean, you're copying the same, copy paste, but then you have the write up and, things rank with duplicate. So I wouldn't worry about it as long as you're adding enough unique content. So that would be my advice.
Listen, there's always going to be a discussion where people are saying, don't use duplicate content, don't do this, don't do that. I could give you an outrageous amount of examples of websites that rank with duplicate content. It can work as long as you follow the right processes. So, but, each one's different. You've just got to adapt to the niche you're in, and sometimes it's easier to do it in weaker niches or whatever. Jordan Pierce is here. Good to see you, buddy. He's saying linking to GMB works. He just doesn't want anyone understanding how GMBs work as well as he does. Power Rubber. Chris, do you drink from the bucket?
I have been. Yes, I have my water here. Trying to get my gallon in for today.
Ken City, I've tested a search click method by sending 30 clicks to GMB, but it's still not ranking in map. How many clicks do you normally suggest? Does my site need to rank in page 1 organic first?
Well, where are you sending the clicks from? Where are they coming from? And also, what's the normal CTR within your niche? I mean, maybe you're not sending enough. And also, is it bot traffic? Is it, micro workers? Where is it coming from? So
from here.
I don't really look at that.
I think 30 isn't going to be a huge amount to do that with, and I wouldn't suggest that, someone seeing 13, you're all, going to rank in the map and you do nothing else. You know, there's a process to it, and obviously you've got to build the citations and all that as well. What you can also do that Holly Starks has done is on, you know, multiple mobile devices or whatever you're going to use, you know, use the map directions to get to your office and all that kind of shit and fulfill that movement as well. But yeah, I've seen websites that do not rank on page 1 organically for a search term that does command position. Well, I've seen that numerous occasions, so I would strongly say that you don't have to rank on page 1 to rank well in the GMB. They're two different things. So yeah, but yeah, a bit more click-through rate, and you know, I don't know, 30 clicks from where. You need to be careful it's not, you know, from the one phone or whatever. I'm not sure what you're doing there. Links to do map CID, right? So I think they're talking about something else. So Sam's asking, what is the audit tool called that you mentioned sometimes? Something Frog. Screaming Frog is the audit tool, and it's one of the best known ones in the industry, so you should have no problem at all to do that. Ken, what Jordan is saying in terms of engagement is 100% right. Engagement is massive. And yeah, any kind of ways of getting engagement on there is what you want with that. Mark Lawrence, evening gents. Would you have any advice on how you price for doing local SEO lead gen? Practically for local services, I've just been making it up mostly, but I should improve on that. Listen, Mark, I've been making the pricing up all my fucking life, and still never figured it out properly. But yeah, I think we're all in that boat. But Chris, how do you do it?
I mean, you could base it off of clicks from AdSense, you know, from AdWords, but I mean, really, as far as generating leads, it's really until they give me the money and it's a deal and it's guaranteed, it's whatever they're willing to pay me and whatever it's worth. You could get a deal per call. It's hard. Usually 5 to 10 a call, but it just depends on the niche. So it's really whatever they're willing to pay, really. That's usually, I base it off whatever Google says, though. Like how much would their organic cost or how much would their paid cost? And then I think to myself, okay, this is what it should be. And then from there, we make the deal. So I've been working with the same people, though. So
I'll tell you a story, Mark. I done client work for a period of time, and it was for a dentist who built up 5 or 6 different practices in the town that I stay in. And the guy came to me. He was age 31 and said that he was letting me go. He says because he was retiring and selling up the practice. He said, "You are the biggest douchebag I've ever met, Craig." He says, "You need to utilize your skills. You're so fucking underselling yourself. It's unreal." He says, "Here I am at 31, selling up and retiring to spend my life with my kids and all that kind of stuff. And you've been paid a pittance for helping me out." So always bear that in mind as well. You know, don't undersell yourself or don't undersell a lead. You know, what's it worth to the customer? You know, if you're generating a lead that's going to make a customer 20 grand, why should you only sell that for 40 bucks? You know, that is something you need to try and figure out yourself. We can't say you deserve 100 or you deserve 500. It's what the other guy's prepared to pay. But do not undersell yourself. Because it takes you 5 minutes doesn't mean shit either, because you've taken the time to develop these skills. You know, we're all visiting conferences, and, you know, guys like Jordan Pierce in the chat there is obsessed with GMB. Chris does his thing. These guys have all taken years to hone their skills. So because they can do it like that doesn't mean it only costs 40 or 50 bucks. They've taken years and years and years and years to hone these skills. And you'll pay for courses, you know, go and network with people. All of that shit costs money. So never ever undersell yourself. Fuck the clients. Take what you can from them.
Well said.
When you will come live with Uma's Blogger, Whenever Umar asks me, tell him to ask me and I'll come. Indian man, he's want to de-rank a competitor's images in the SERP.
I mean, you could, I mean, if you really want to, I mean, you could hot link to it and send links to it. I mean, you could send negative links to it. I mean, that's up to you, though. It's not something I would probably do. But
don't waste your time trying to de-rank someone else's image. Do things that work for you is what I would say. I mean, it's there's certainly a time and a place. You know, some people deserve things to happen to them and all that stuff, but in general, focus your efforts on positive things for your website and your business. CBD cakes, Craig's scheme advice, Chris and Maps, Chase on SEO. My DR has jumped this week. Good job. We still want fucking one of those cakes though.
Yeah, please. They look good. Actually, skip the cake. I see something over there to the left-hand side there that looks pretty tasty.
Yeah.
That's, maybe that's edible. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But we need proof CBD cakes, because we don't know if you're just one of these guys on here talking shit and you don't actually do these CBD cakes. We need to taste this cake before we can give more advice. I'm only kidding, by the way. Javid Hakimi, great to see you again, Javid. Who do you guys use for content writers? If someone personal, would you share their contact? No one's going to share their good content writer with you, Javid. Or unless would you do that, Chris?
No, not generally, but you can find great content writers on Facebook. I mean, that's
another one. South Africa. If it's English people you're looking for at a low cost, South Africans, their first language is English. You can go onto their Gumtree and look for content writers. You can also do a test. You can automate a little test, and stuff like that, and give them some testing to do, so that what you get through is people who have actually passed the test. And do it that way, because what you can do is you can get South Africans who will work for the same kind of prices as Filipinos or people out that neck of the world. So South Africa is a good spot to look for. Obviously, you can look at various other options. I think I found good people from all over the world, including Eastern Europe, who are just highly educated, very good at content as well. So
don't skim on content. Pay the price, get it done right. I learned that early on.
Yeah. Well, it's not totally relevant to this topic, but we'll do it anyway, Javid, since you're a regular. Site structure, is it better to go with silo structure or having one long page with everything on it?
I personally would look at whatever the SERP keywords that you're trying to target. What's ranking? Yeah, are silo pages ranking? Are they big, long pages that are ranking? Are they huge sites? Are they small sites? Is it a blog page? Is it home pages? I would first look at that, and then I would make my determination. That's how I would go about it.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone in the stream, do what Sam says. Give us a like, give us a comment, give us some love on here. We do appreciate it.
You're smacking all my videos out of the YouTube search. I noticed. I was like, oh man, Craig's is ranking here for link building. He's ranking here. That's awesome.
I'm just doing what you've done to me. I'm like, fuck.
I didn't. Well, hey, that's the fun though. That's the fun.
Yeah.
It's all right.
But good healthy competition. Indian man, what is your country and state? I'm not telling you that. You want to de-rank stuff?
Well, you want to know my open ports too?
Listen, I'm from Scotland, and Chris is somewhere in America. That's as much as you're getting.
I'm in Pennsylvania. Listening to all my videos, I'm pretty open.
Sam is asking, you guys get any tips on getting out the sandbox quickly, or is it best just to wait?
I would just wait. I would just eradicate that from your mind and just move forward. Start building your content, start building links, set up just irrelevant. Just keep moving.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. Alti, is it legit creating content, company name, and scam complaint criminal case? Judging the legitimacy of a business in the US, does Google have a way to detect fake reviews?
Well, I mean, I've seen fake reviews all over, and I think I don't think they do unless somebody brings it to their attention.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if that's, it's a lot of negativity today, but, that's maybe, I don't think they can, but it's not the angle that I would go, but that's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to Google are not great with the review system or getting rid of anything like that either. It's a pain in the ass of a system, and hopefully they do sort it out. So Sam's saying a real estate lead was worth 2K. Also, the guy was asking about the price of leads. Yeah, it also comes down to the niche. If it's some, roofer, $40. If it's someone, giving someone a, boob job or something like that, then, you're likely to get, hundreds of pounds, because obviously the price of a boob job is sufficiently higher. Stephen Buchanan, freaking love cupcakes. Yeah, we should have a cupcake party once this lockdown and all this crap that's going on all finishes.
We're in yellow now here in my state here. Whatever that.
We should have a cupcake party, CB sponsored by CBD cupcakes. Just send it out to everyone, one to everyone. That's massive. So Sam again saying, if you generate 10 of those leads per month, so you should charge a decent amount.
If it's
Craig Mullins, is CBD cannabis legal in Scotland? Nope, but everyone does it anyway. So yeah, in fact, I'm pretty sure CBD is legal to buy. I'm not sure actually. I know cannabis is not CBD. There are guys in shops selling it, so I would assume that it's one of those kind of grey areas, so to speak. But guys, we are looking for more questions. So local SEO, if most of you guys there don't do local SEO, ask any old question now. We've got half an hour left, and as long as it's not illegal, not wrecking someone else's business, then we'll answer it as honestly as we can. We have Medina Tours and Travels. Hopefully you're surviving, sir. Yaman, Web 2 at Tier 1, any scope nowadays? Do you do Web 2s to Tier 1?
I do use Tier 1. I do use Web 2s for Tier 1. I'm not sure what scope is, though. What do they mean by scope?
I don't know if you mean, is there any scope for doing that these days? Or
I still do it, but I don't base everything around that, though. So
yeah. So you can do it, Yaman. Grab so that people can't steal Web 2.0 for your brand or your client's brand or whatever as well. Always a good idea to do that. After lockdown, what will be your first step and what is your wishes? And what's your first step after lockdown? Just more of the same for you, Chris?
Yeah, it's just the same. It's just the same for me. I mean, it's nothing new. There'll just be more work then. That's all. Because most of the stuff that we're doing is, like dinner parties, timeshares, travel clubs. So, it's kind of rough right now. It's been tight. It's been tight lately. So,
yeah, I think just getting out and going to networking events and stuff, something I'm really missing a lot of, and interacting with the community and getting to speak at events and all that kind of stuff. Something I massively miss traveling and all that shit as well. So yeah, somewhere hot in the sun would be good for me. But my wife is ultra paranoid, so she's like, "We're not going on holiday this year," and I'm like, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right in this instance, but we shall see. We'll see what happens. Right. Indian man, please reflect. This guy is desperate to de-rank his competitor's image. Chris has already said.
I mean, I gave you one. I mean, pull out your Durbuster, go see where the ports are, and if you want to just take down the site, then. I mean, if that's really your aim, I don't know why you would want to do such a thing, though.
Yeah. Listen, Indian man, we're here to try and help businesses, not hamper them. There probably is some shady video out there that tells you how to do that stuff, but yeah, we don't really want to associate.
I think that's on the cusp of just past Black Hat. It's past
Yeah. Javid, are Google custom maps still helpful with local SEO?
I think they have a use. I think, yes, I think they still have a little bit of a use. Yes. And they're really nice for embeds too.
Cool. Tony K, do you guys recommend any good content spinners?
If I'm going to spin content, I generally just do it manually. I believe that it brings some of the best. I'm sure you have all the tools. I'm sure you probably know the best one. I generally manually.
I mean, I've got Word AI. I've got the best spinner chief. I've got them all, to be fair, and they all plug into different tools. Like I've got one that plugs into SEO Autopilot, and spin some shit up in there. So it really depends on what the purpose of the spinning is. Word AI is something that you could potentially use that's supposed to be better. And now I'm not going to sit here and say it's the best spinner in the world, but it's supposed to be a lot better than some shitty, cheap little spinner. And you might want to use something that's better, like Word AI, if you're spinning content to maybe, play about in a client's website or whatever, and you just don't have budget to pay for the content to do it properly or whatever, so but yeah, if you can always get good content done, you can get it done cheap enough by outsourcing it. So I would always try and avoid spinning it unless it is for some kind of tier 2 or some spammy shit or whatever. But again, I know the client game, and sometimes you're not being paid enough money and you've got no option but to spin it to shut the client up. Word AI is the best one for that. So hopefully that helps. Mark Hardy, some people are saying that Google Drive stacks have lost their potency. What's your comments on that?
I still think that they're excellent for foundation and for buffering. Maybe once upon a time in 2012, maybe they were a lot more effective, but I still think they're great for foundation and for buffering. I think they still have a lot of use, and I think they're great to start off a campaign. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Stephen Buchanan, some of my sites get hit with a Google update and have dropped in favor of forums and other types of websites. Any suggestions? Build links.
Maybe. I mean, I would really analyze that SERP. Maybe some user-generated content might be your answer. I would just really take a look at the SERP and really diagnose that before I did anything.
What I would say is the last update, as far as I'm concerned, was pretty much targeting crappy links. And you may have to work on trying to, maybe get a bit more quality on there and relevancy as well. So, yeah, hopefully that helps you, buddy. And good luck with it. Nothing worse than seeing some crappy forum ranking above a website. So, good luck. Craig Mullins is asking, how are the riots where you are, Chris?
No. They're not anywhere near me. They're in Philadelphia. So that's about an hour and a half away. So not here.
How would you make money off of this? The toilet paper craze seems to be over.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I never thought about it.
Scary stuff with that.
Yeah,
I actually knew there was rioting going on. I seen it in the news and stuff, but I didn't really fully understand how that guy died. But I watched a video of it last night, and fuck me, absolutely horrendous way to see a human being. Yeah. But yeah, I won't go into that. I don't want to spark any problems on here. But yeah, horrendous stuff going over there. So keep safe, everyone. Rafael Santos, what do you think to links with a branded keyword of your money site from a Google stack to your money website?
I don't see anything wrong with that. Why not? Why? That sounds excellent. I might even go exact from that, whatever, the top of the level of that stack is. I might even go exact, but branded is just as good. Yeah, I don't see any issue.
No issue at all, Raphael. Keep going. Do some good stuff. Make more money. Craig, which of these content writing services do do you think is the best one? I'm just seeing if there's a selection to choose from. Not sure what we're comparing here. Did we talk about content writing services? Well, we spoke about South Africa and all that kind of stuff. For me, it really comes down to the human being involved. There's good and bad content everywhere. But if you want me to compare, a couple of services, by all means, put them in the chat, and I can advise if I've used any of them or whatever. Maybe it's time to start selling tear gas, my Craig Mullins. You're a bad man. Jordan Pierce, you're right, bud. Stop trying to de-rank people, Mr. Indian man. Martin Johnson, regarding costing and leads, use the keyword planner, get on the phone to local businesses, speak to small business owners. You'll be surprised at the amount of info they'll be willing to share. Great shout. Great shout, Martin. And some of these guys will already have a price in their heads that they are prepared to pay per lead.
Until that check clears, though, just make sure you're not keep sending them leads. Make sure it's sealed and signed.
Yeah.
Just make sure people will sell you a dream.
So Ronak Jane, what kind of businesses use local SEO? I would love to say local businesses.
Yeah. I think a local presence could be used for almost anything. Even affiliate offers I've seen do well locally. But anything that's local, I like your answer, Craig.
Yeah, anything that's local. Hairdressers, beauty salons, plumbers, builders, rippers, fucking SEO guys, whatever. It doesn't have to be niche specific. People always Google local. I'm not sure what it's like in your country, but where I'm from in Scotland, people in general would rather use a local person than some nationwide company. People Google local people, locksmiths and all that shit. Not only because it's local people, because they just need fast, quick, things done. Emergency plumber, emergency locksmith, whatever. So anything like that is good use of local business. Sam, Indian man, why are these images popping up that they are harming you so much?
Goodness.
Amit Mishra, I am good, sir. Good to see you here. Lewis Houston, are END still working? What are your thoughts?
I think they are. I think they're still effective. It just really depends. More locally, I would tend to say, but things change all the time. So I think they are still effective. Yes, it just depends on if there's already some showing in the SERP.
Yeah, I mean, my personal answer to that is they worked a treat years ago when I used to buy fucking every domain name going. Then they stopped working as soon as I had all the good ones. Didn't work worth a fuck. I get rid of them all probably about a year ago, and I'm now starting to see them working slightly better again. So I do think there's something there where it's kind of been loosened off slightly again.
I'm seeing them pop up in local a lot lately. And the one-pagers,
What Google does is sometimes it comes to full circle. So EMDs used to rank with a page worth of content and fuck all else, no links, no nothing. You're pretty much guaranteed page one, position one. Not saying that's happening again, but I think, with Google changing stuff all the time, I think that there's only so much they can change, and they may be laying more weight to what's in the domain. So there you go. Amit Mishra, how to get tier 1 country traffic?
It depends on your country. I would use social. I don't see why you're not using social. And just like any other strategy, content, build Facebook ads work very well. You like to use Quora. I think anything that's targeted at a content strategy should bring you traffic. So that's the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you want to get your stuff out there in front of India, for example, if I want to get a bigger audience in India for whatever reason, it's quite easy to do that, using Facebook and paid ads. But also, if you want to use social, you're going to have to start adding more of people from that country as well, and get them to share and stuff like that. So yeah, it's all relatively easy to do, but there is no single button pushing exercise. I've given India and that side of the world a massive amount of attention, just because of the engagement side of things on YouTube and all of that kind of stuff, and actively went over to India to speak and stuff like that at the end of last year. So I had to go to that length and build a bit of trust as well, before I was able to start launching videos and all that stuff. So yeah, it's but it works very well. Mark Flanagan, I know it's Flanagan, I was just kidding on about the pronunciation there. Got a car parts site, 113 different parts for 400 different car models. Ooh. So looking at getting new ideas to create unique content dynamically. Also getting that DA through all the pages.
Wow. Honestly, I've never done anything dynamically where it's generating by itself. I would be really useless to give you an answer on that one. So I don't know. What do you feel about that one, Craig?
Dynamically. I've never used anything that does it again dynamically. 113 different car parts for 400 different car models is a lot of stuff. I'm not sure I'd be looking for ways to create unique content dynamically, though. I don't know why you would not just take the plunge and just get VAs or assign a team for 6 months to do it properly, and then pass internal links to your power pages and get the DA through to the pages that you really want to do. To pass the power to. That would be my kind of strategy, is rather than trying to do it dynamically and Google doesn't like it, or too much duplicate or whatever's going to be the problem, why not just set up a process and a structure there and throw money at it and get it done properly? Because it doesn't have to be that expensive if you utilize people from different countries and whatnot.
And and looking at that, what I would think I would do if this was for me, I would look at what's my best selling items out of those 400. And then I would make sure that I have the best content and I'm ranking for those items. That's probably the angle I would go. I would focus on the best selling or the most profit. And then I would make sure I'm building content for those. That's what I would start with.
And then scale that up. Once you see that works and you see the difference, then, just set aside the budget and say, I don't even care about the top 10. I want the fucking top 400. I want everything. A big task, but very much doable. I've dealt with websites like that before in the travel niche, where they've had different hotels, different countries, different everything. There's no easy way of doing it. You just have to set up a team and processes and everything and get it done. And it costs some money, but your ROI will be good. Josh Brown, any client acquisition strategies?
What really works for us as far as getting phones ringing, right? I know it might be a little bit against client acquisition, but don't forget about snail mail. Sending postcards to people gets you phone calls. So, I mean, if you're trying to generate leads for maybe you're an SEO agency or whatever, just don't forget about regular mail. Send somebody a piece of mail. It's pretty cheap, and you'd be surprised of how many calls you get. So that's don't forget about it. And don't be afraid to pick up
the old stuff. Still works very well. Guys, we have 10 minutes left. Keep asking your questions. Please make sure that you do like and subscribe to the channel. Chris's channel is also under there as well if you want to give him some love as well. But fuck him, just give me it first. TG Gamers, are you enjoying lockdown, or are you facing any changes between both working and these days? Any major problems for you?
No, I mean, the main business has been suffering. My wife's business certainly has been suffering, but it's been pretty much the same. I've been just focusing a little bit more on YouTube and building out a new site and just building out some more trainings and stuff. So I just stay busy. I'm out of my mind.
You're back. Chris is certainly ramming the videos out on a daily basis. I thought I was doing well, pushing 3 or 4 a week. But how many videos are you doing? Like one a day?
I do try to do one a day, but it depends on my son. If he's up all night, then I get messed up on my sleep schedule. Like I missed 2 days, but then I'm back on point now. So,
but here's a question: do you record like 3 in one day, or do you actually get up, record the video, publish it?
Part of my routine.
Yeah.
Yep. I wake up at 4:45. The first thing I do is usually the night before I'm thinking about, hey, what should I talk about today? Or I'll have an idea and then I'll just make it. And I don't write anything down. I just whatever comes
go
to
with what's fresh in your head.
Yep, that's it.
Interesting.
Yep.
Amit, yes, that Mark Flanagan, yes, that will be great. Not sure what that's about. Sam, would a press release with a do follow link, for example, those ones from Market Watch, do those give you a decent amount of authority?
Well, Market Watch, I noticed they sell links everywhere. So I'd be careful with stuff like that, maybe. But yes, I mean, if you're looking at the referring domains and the amount of traffic, if it's worth it, do I think it would be worth the price? Yes. So I would really look at those things first when I'm looking at press releases. How many people is it going to reach? That's the question. Traffic, not so the link.
Market Watch, what I would add to that is every Tom, Dick and Harry's got Market Watch. You can go onto people per hour and get it for like $100 or whatever the going rate is just now. What you want to be getting is the links that the other guys are finding harder to get as well. By all means, have it as a kind of base level thing. But if all of us have got Market Watch and a few others here and there, what is Google going to use to determine who should rank? It's then going to come down to other factors. So try and get something a bit harder to get. Get a real press release. Do something newsworthy or pay some PR guy or whatever. Can I have two? I'm not sure. Can I have Google with my business listings? I think you're asking, can you have more than one Google My Business listing within one city? Yes, you can.
Absolutely. Yes. I would make sure they're a little bit spread apart, but other than that, yes. As far as the map spread apart.
Jacqueline Barbarian, who made the coronavirus? I think I'm going to spread the rumor here. It was Jordan Pierce. Let's blame Jordan. Or Chase Rayner if he's still there. One of them guys, give them some shit for it. Zahir, if a visitor goes to Amazon with my blogs link and ends up buying some other product instead of mine, would that count as a sale for me?
Yes. First, yes. Yeah.
24-hour cookie policy. So anything they buy, relevant or not, you will get the spondoolies for, but don't be counting for too much because the fucking stop the commission. Yeah. Stephen Buchanan's firing up Jordan Pierce in the chat. Thanks for your answer, guys. I'm currently paying £40 for a 1,000 word article from a UK writer. Yes, Tony, that's a fairly reasonable price in the UK. I'm based in the UK, so can answer that one for you. You can get it cheaper.
You get what you pay for.
But you get what you pay for. If that's of a top standard, that's something I would pay that for something that was good on a real good website or a good client's website. So for sure, 40 quid. I mean, some of these crazy people are charging up to 100 quid, as I'm sure you've found. But yeah, £40 a good solid price, a fair price for something I would expect some reasonable quality from as well. Mark Hardy, the best businesses right now are window installers, commercial remodeling, car recovery, guns and ammo, and home protection. I like those ones, Mark. I love guns. Don't know why, but shit, I scrolled too quick.
I started reviews.
Right, so I found it. That's okay. It's all good. Do Blogspot sites also rank? Have you ever seen Blogspot sites ranking?
I've seen them in weak niches, but not generally. But you can power them up. Not usually, but yes, they do. Not very often, though.
Yeah. They're talking about the amount of viewers in the chat. A lot of people lurk about and never comment. Not sure why. Some people give the old dislike button. Not sure why. But yeah, it's always the same old faces that comment. Maybe people are shy. But yeah, guys, give us a like on the video if you don't mind. Which are the best tools for SEO, Rona?
So many of them. I mean, I guess I would have to aim with Surfer, SEM Rush. I still like Majestic. I mean, that's pretty much the everyday stuff that I use. So,
yeah, it's pretty standard across the board. Sam's asking, sorry for the general question, but what's your takes on starting multiple businesses at once if a lot of them are like blogs, affiliate sites that just take time to grow? What's your thoughts on...
What's your takes on starting multiple sites, businesses at once if a lot of them are like blogs, affiliate sites that take a long time to grow? Well, I would have to look at, do I have the money to sit on and wait that time before it's profitable? And if the answer is yes, then I would go for it. So that's my answer. If you have the time and the money, then go for it.
Yeah, if you've got time, budget, processes, staff, all that stuff to do it, then yeah. If not, do one, rinse and repeat, and continue to grow that way. Don't just spread yourself too thin. That's a mistake I've made a lot of over the years, and never really made a hell of a lot of money at all.
I would say the fast wins. The longer game usually pays out better. So that's probably the way to go. Actually,
Tech Jackie, how to increase location relevancy besides just local citations? I had a site that ranks well outside the location, but not in the target location.
I think the traffic coming in plays a big part. I think what's on your site, what's on the GMB. As far as local relevancy, I mean, a lot of it really has to do with the traffic that's coming in. So I would try to focus mostly on that right now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Someone said we're noobs, haha. I'm a good noob. I'm happy with that. You should both watch Ashish Chanchili Vines. I'll have a look. Paul Hogden, how would you go about ranking for something like SEO London? I'm going to answer this one first. These are vanity search terms, in my opinion. So for many years, I used to chase the SEO in Glasgow, the area that I came from. And to be honest, the people that are searching that are your competition, other SEOs. It's an ego thing. We all know that clients don't really know what SEO is or whatever. I wouldn't say you're going to get a great amount of reward for taking the time to rank for such a search term. But obviously, it's something that is achievable, more down to your kind of content and link side of things. Would I obsess over it? Absolutely not, because you get every locksmith and every tire kicker in the world contacting you, and it's not it's not really going to reward you in a great way for the time and effort it would take to rank for that search term. And I actually seen someone post something today, I can't remember exactly who it was, that was talking about a very similar thing. Is it worth ranking well for SEO Agency London or whatever? Because do other people actually search for those kind of search terms, or is it done in word of mouth? Is it done in social media? Is it done from finding guys on webinars or whatever it's going to be? So that's just my take on that. So what's your thoughts on it, Chris?
I 100% agree. I mean, I think it's really good to have at least one ranking so you can show. But I don't think the vanity is the way to go. I think it's best to just work up, especially with clients, get that one or two really good result that you can show your new clients. That's what always works. And then, of course, getting on social, showing what you know is the best to me.
Yeah, Perfect. We'll blast through the last couple of questions here. Guys, please do give us a like on the channel. There's a lot of you there, not a lot of likes. Say you had an organic Facebook group of around 30,000 members. The group has a branded name and a niche of horses. Would creating a branded web page to monetize make sense?
I don't see why not. I would give it a try and see how it goes. And then if not, then try something new.
Yeah, definitely. I'm fit. Scenario, you're about to make your first advert with little experience or knowledge. What's the first 5 things you'd do?
First advert, you're about to make an ad, what to run on, say, what, Google Ads or something along those lines? Is that what he's getting at? Or
let's just assume it is. Let's just assume it is Google Ads and Facebook ads.
The first thing that I would look for is what is the highest converting? So what's the most expensive would be the very first thing I would do. The second thing I would do is I would then go make all my landing pages for those ads to go to. One keyword, one landing page. Those would be the top 2. And then the next pieces would be, once they're getting inside of that landing page, how am I collecting information? How am I getting back in touch with them? So that would be the third thing. I would make sure the conversion rate is on point. That's pretty much about it, if I'm thinking off the top of my head.
Good answer.
Okay.
Good website to buy links. Linksforyou.com are great. If you get any link vendors you can recommend, Chris?
No, sir. Keep
them to yourself. Julie Henriksen, I'm upgrading my product reviews from 3 to 400 to 2,000 words. I've got like 300 reviews, and this will take some time. Is it worth it?
Product reviews. Well, most of the people, especially for the products, a lot of people may even have the same stuff on their page. So I think it would be worth your time. Yes, I do believe
it. And finally, we'll end on a positive note. Are you going to join in the TikTok war that we have going on with Matt Diggity and Dino Gomez and Gary Wilson?
I mean, I don't know. I tried that TikTok. I wasn't feeling it. Why? What are you guys doing on there?
Man, we have a fight. Well, not a fight, just a dance off, if you like. And there's just videos flying about where we're just trying to outdo each other. It's quite fun, but Diggity said he's quitting TikTok on Friday. He's had enough. I'm absolutely killing him with my dancing moves. He's hiding behind his wife and you know, her friend or whatever. He's got backing dancers. He's got the full works, and he thinks he's beaten me. But I think, to be honest, out of the 4 of us or the 5 of us that are involved, I'm crushing it. I really am. So keep supporting me on TikTok if you're watching this. So yeah, but sadly we are out of time for this week. We will be back again next week. Make sure you do give us a like on the channel. Give Chris some love on there as well. We'll come back next week with another very specific topic.
Maybe we'll stick. It doesn't seem like they like the local more on your side. They like link building, PBNs, affiliate. Yeah.
Strange.
That lane.
Yeah. But I mean, we'll do whatever helps you guys. We like talking stuff. Just keep us active and talking about different stuff. And if you've got any suggestions, please do let us know. Can I ask one thing, right? If you go to the live chat, it's just said Stephen Buchanan, $5. What does that mean? I keep seeing this.
That's a super chat. He gave you a super chat. He gave you like a thank you. You know?
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
But that doesn't actually cost him $5, does it?
Yeah. I gave you one the other day, remember?
Really? Yeah, I keep seeing it and I'm like, what the fuck? Where did I get this $5?
Yeah, it's like, hey, thanks. It's like, hey, great job. I appreciate your time, kind of, you know, like a little tip. I'll buy you a beer.
Thank you very much, Stephen. It's a pleasure. And thank you, Chris, for that before.
Sure.
And
I did it for like a joke.
Yeah. What are bad clients to avoid? I'll answer one more question. What are signs for bad clients to avoid? What's the killer sign?
Him and Han, or if they think they know anything about SEO, it's an automatic disqualification. In my opinion, that's just,
nothing worse than arguing with a client who thinks they know better at SEO than you. Fuck them.
Why are you calling them? Yes, I agree.
And thank you, Stephen, for that beer. It does cover a whole beer here in the UK. It's probably like £3. So yeah. So thank you very much. I will actually have the beer on me next week. I'm going to do that. I'm going to have a beer. But again, Chris, thank you very much for coming on. It has been a pleasure. Guys, next week we will be back and we'll probably do more of a generic one to help you guys, because obviously we're just trying different stuff. But whatever works for you guys. Same time next week. And don't forget to give Mr. Palmer some love as well, or his links on the YouTube, and check out what he's doing. A video a day, all good stuff. And thank you to the audience as well, everyone. It's a pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Craig.
No worries.